All right, boss.
Are we on?
We're on. We made it.
Welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Good work today to get us on here.
We don't have anybody on yet, so we can kind of shoot the old you-know-what, but this is all live on DVR. So,
Derek Ivey over on the other side. Can you hear us at all, Derek Ivey?
Well, Derek isn't on yet because there's no viewers, but I'm assuming he'll jump on quickly. We're going to get some audio checks here as we get going, folks. No, I appreciate you. For him, too. He got it. Okay, brother. We have someone on now. We better start acting ship shape. Miss Cherie, how are you?
We're on YouTube here, mister. Yeah, it's awesome. Derek's over giving us the thumbs up.
Can you hear us okay?
Sounds all good. Sounds all good over there. Sounds like so.
All right,
we're in good shape. We're a little late getting on today. We had some technical difficulties trying to get this thing figured out. We are actually right at the buzzer, ready to get after it with the national anthem. So, maybe not quite the national anthem, but we're gonna hear a public service announcement up here on the board for a second.
Well, welcome everybody to the Titan Cast. We've got a nice program prepared for you tonight. We are actually bringing on a guest in true Manning Cast fashion. We're going to bring on Coach TJ Train at second and third quarter through halftime with us. Saying hello to everybody, so getting things fired up. We got the sponsorship announcement coming up from Idaho Central Credit Union, Jumbotron, Titantron. We are live, boss. We do have viewers, so we got multiple screens going. I hope everybody can hear us okay. We got some feedback that we were not heard very well last time. So let's hope we get better this time. If anybody has Boss's or I's number and you can't hear us well, shoot us some text feedback, and we'll jump through and fix things as fast as
Derek
we can.
over there gave us a thumbs up, said his family could hear us just fine. So I think we're in good shape until we're not.
Well, we're going to go with that. So, again, welcome to Thunder Ridge High School. We're going to have round 2 of the girls basketball district tournament between Thunder Ridge hosting the Highland Rams at a Pocatello, and this time it's elimination game.
Elimination game tonight. Loser goes home, does not get to play any more sanctioned basketball after tonight is over.
Well, it looks like we're going to jump into the national anthem, so let's take a pause for a minute and we'll enjoy the national anthem.
You betcha.
A big shout out there to Mr. Skidmore and the Thunder Ridge High School pep band.
Does an awesome job for us, doesn't he?
Yeah, they do awesome. The national anthem's getting better and better every time. As we get going through starting lineups here, we should note we're a little bit off schedule a touch, both because we're not playing 7:30 to 7. Mr. Bueller's not here announcing. We got Scott Larson filling in for Mr. Bueller. And our rhythm and tempo is just a touch off tonight, but
it is just a little bit.
We're moving right along. We do have a couple viewers, so let's start acting being pros here.
So we're going to go ahead and announce the Highland starters that just got announced by Mr. Larson there. Looks like number 1, Reese Ward. She's a sophomore. Number 2, Devery Bell, junior. Number 3, Peyton Piper. She is a sophomore. Number 10, Daisy Agato. Number 12, number 10, Daisy Gatto. She is a senior. And number 13, Gracie Anderson, is a junior. So looks like the same starting lineup they had the other night for the Highland Rams.
Yeah, just about the same starting lineup they had last week, and I think the Thunder Ridge Titans are going in the same starting lineup they've had in a while. I'll get those ones. Senior Ryland Jackson starting, sophomore Allie Nielsen getting the start, 24 senior Ava Lugo starting post, Mia Taylor out at forward, 30 a sophomore, and finishing out the lineup is number 34 Nevaeh Davenport, guard forward junior. Statistical leader in several categories in our team right now. She and Allie are vying for several of the offensive categories in the leadership category, leaderships for stats right now, and we'll see what happens tonight. But let's talk before we start live action here. Let's talk about how we got here first. So we already played this game once last week, a week ago today.
That's right.
I don't remember the score, to be honest.
I don't remember the exact score either. I want to say it was about, I think it was about 55 to 43, somewhere about there.
Well, we're going to find out real fast. Hallie's right next to me with stats, and the final score from the first game was 55-31 for Thunder Ridge.
Oh, I gave Highland more than they got.
Tip ball, Ava jumps the ball over to Ryland Jackson, quickly over to Allie. Shot miss, offensive rebound from Nevaeh into Ava, and a quick bucket. Now, we didn't get a chance again with the quick pace of pregame and the technical difficulties. I'll own those. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's talk keys to the game before we get too far into the game. What's your keys to the game?
I think the same thing as last week. I think Thunder Ridge has to come out, punch him in the mouth a little bit, set the tone somewhat. I think they need to have a lead going into the end of the first quarter. Love to see us have a 5 to 10 point lead after that quarter is over, and take that going into the second quarter. So quick little piece of action here. Highland has actually come out and put 5 points on the board. So 5 to 2 in favor of Highland right now. 3-point shot from them, as well as about a 10-footer on the baseline for them. Mia Taylor went up there for a shot, no good.
Well, I usually like to ask you, we talk about the keys to the game for a Thunder Ridge victory. I'm going to volunteer here and take the keys to the game for Highland. Here's my thoughts, having watched a few of these rounds of Highland Thunder Ridge basketball this year. I think the opposite of Highland. They've got to play at a quick pace.
Highland does need to play at a quick pace tonight.
I think they've got to slow down Nevaeh, like Nevaeh just had a dribble penetration drive right there. Some contact and beating through it. I think Highland has got to get the ball to the middle. They've got to work the paint tonight. I think that's where they have a little bit of a mismatch against us, against Thunder Ridge, and if they can do that, I think it's going to cause the Titans some trouble.
And I would say too that Highland really needs to lower their turnover numbers from last week. We had quite a few turnovers against Highland, and that keyed our offense, I thought, is getting those turnovers from them. So,
yeah, that turnover into quick transition really helped Thunder Ridge last week and jumping out that big lead. If I remember, there was an 11-point lead at the end of the first quarter.
There was an 11-point lead, and I distinctly remember we hit a shot to end the quarter and hit a 3-point shot to end the first quarter, and then came out and got the ball, hit another 3-point shot to start the second quarter, and that just carried that momentum throughout the first half.
Yeah, it was a quick start from Thunder Ridge last week. The same fire is coming from Highland this time. So at 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter, Highland leads 7-6 with a long ball attempt from Devery Bell. Didn't hit into the iron and quickly out of bounds, and it's going to be Thunder Ridge ball on the shot turnover.
Looks like we got a sub coming in for Highland. 22, Nora Wild into the game for the Rams.
Quick foul from Peyton Piper, sophomore Peyton Piper with a quick hand check. Ryland Jackson takes that foul. It's going to remain Thunder Ridge ball at the half court. Foul into Ryland Jackson. Get a bit of a man defense this week. I thought they jumped in and out of zone to man last week, and we're just seeing straight man this time. Long shot from Allie Nielsen. Offensive rebound from Nevaeh which drops it in for a 3, and I believe
that's a great shot from Nevaeh right there.
I got to see what Nevaeh has done for points already. That's her 5th point on the day so far.
You know, I think both these teams came into this game tonight knowing that they've got to have that win, and they know that. When you're at this point in the season, and you have the knowledge that if you don't win this game, you're going home tonight, and you're not coming back to practice the next day, and your season's over. You play with just a little bit more intensity, a little bit more action, just maybe a little more clear focus, and those things matter in a game like this when you're trying to make it to the 6A state tournament over Boise.
Well, as a reminder, the district title game is being played right now at Rigby between Madison and Rigby. This is the elimination game. The winner of this game will play the loser of that game on Thursday for the qualification spot to state. That was a real mouthful.
I expect, excuse me. I expect a good game up to Rigby tonight between Rigby and Madison. Those teams go at each other's throats all year. Those schools don't like each other. You know, they're each other's rival, and they're going to go at it tonight for that championship trophy.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's a lot of flair to be played out in Rigby right now. I know Rigby hasn't lost a conference game this season. Madison's tough though. I mean, we found out last Thursday. Madison's tougher than meets the eye, I think.
100%.
They just out-muscled Thunder Ridge last Thursday up there. You just couldn't control them in the paint. The two bigs, the Wattops, Nora Wattops and
Mia Walsh.
Mia Walsh. Those two,
yep.
They're studs.
Madison came out against us and played a 3-2 zone, not a 2-3, but a 3-2, and we just could not quite figure out how to get that ball inside that three-point area, and just had a hard time working that ball down low.
Yeah, that was. I'll be honest. That's kind of how I played into my theories for Highland to win the game. Is just basically the weakness was exposed Thursday night in Madison. The middle was a true vulnerable spot for us, and I thought second half adjustments. I thought Alexa Ivy came in and played tough against the Wattops girl and made a difference for us. But it was a tough sledding the whole way around. Just a physical game and out. I just really felt like we just got out physical.
Absolutely. So just quick recap here at Thunder Ridge. We got about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Thunder Ridge is leading the game 9-7.
Quick transition here. Allie Nielsen with a quick take.
That quick pace has continued.
Okay, so I did get a chance to get to some of the keys. I thought I did jot one down early just so I can prove the original. When you were writing yours, I thought our offensive rebounding tonight is going to be a big key for us. If we can win the offensive rebounds and out-rebound Highland, the putbacks that we have the ability to, like Ava just showed right there, a quick dribble penetration drive from Allie Nielsen, just short off the iron. But Ava's offensive rebound and opportunity to put back not only is going to give us a chance at points, but Ava just hit her first free throw. But the fouls, I really think the fouls are going to be a problem tonight on both sides. And I think whoever can limit the fouls is going to be in a much better spot. That's really cliche to say, but foul trouble has shown to be a real big problem for Highland and what I've seen in the 3 games we played them so far.
Yep, I agree. They had a couple of girls foul out the last time we played them last Tuesday. With about 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. They just couldn't quite recover from that issue right there. So another turnover there by Highland.
Yeah,
Kinsey Peterson got a hand on it. Nice to see Kinsey in the game. I anticipate a few threes from Kinsey tonight. On cue, maybe. Oh, not quite. Did put it up, though. Good offensive rebound there from Ava Lugo. And I think as far as your key there with offensive rebounds, the last 3 possessions we've had, we've missed a shot but got that offensive rebound. Scored on a couple of those, not this time though. Nevaeh Davenport called for an offensive foul. That's going to be Nevaeh's second foul right now, about midway through the first quarter. So Nevaeh's going to have to take a seat for a few minutes and cheer on her team from the sideline. So
and again, go back to the keys to the game. I really felt like Highland's going to have to do a good job of stopping Nevaeh. She did a number on them last Tuesday. Nevaeh's been playing hot late in the season. It's been fun and enjoyable to watch her. She has the ability to really control the tempo of a game, and when she just wants to take over, it's pretty fun to sit back and watch her do her thing. But with second to foul early in the first quarter, 3 minutes left in the first quarter, she's going to take a break for a minute. She's going to have to learn how to back off a touch and not get caught in the penalty situation herself.
Well, you know, if you're Highland, the best way to stop Nevaeh is not get her in the game. And when Nevaeh's on the bench, she can't hurt you. So let's hope Nevaeh gets back in the game here at some point and has a good game for us. So I anticipate she will.
I do too. Brody Spencer up on the point. Ball jumped out in the hallway there. It's going to take a minute for Highland to track her down.
Into the game for the Knights, 42, Britt Reno, sophomore coming into the game. I believe she is one of the JV call-ups from earlier this year. I do remember seeing her in a couple JV games when we were playing against Highland. So good season for her on the JV level, and then coming in getting some varsity minutes. So good for her.
Yeah, there's that physical presence in the paint we were talking about earlier that I do worry about a bit. Kenzie Peterson, the long 3-ball and nothing but the bottom of the net there. Takes a 13.
Great shot from Kenzie. That, you know, if Kenzie shoots well tonight, we got a good chance to win.
I do like our odds when Kenzie's firing well. Things are going to be good for us. Ball moving around the top of the point there. Daisy Gatto with the long-range 3, just long. Offensive defense rebound to Thunder Ridge. I ain't gonna lie about it, boss. I really like that we're working the ball down to the black in the paint today.
I do too. I do too. I like it. I like it working down low, and if we can get some points down low, I think that's going to open up our threes a little bit better too.
I will admit though, as fun as we're having doing this long shot from Peyton Piper, long offensive rebound, Daisy Gatto, moving the ball back around to the fresh shot clock. I'll tell you, Daisy Gatto's looking to reset the offense. Close guarded inside. Good defense, Ava Lugo. Shot missed. Kenzie Peterson on the rebound. It's better to get a transition there for us. As fun as we're having doing this, the reality is, everybody out there, we don't know a whole lot about what we're doing.
We do not know a whole lot about what we're doing. That is for sure.
We are
there are some times we're talking over each other, and there are some awkward moments where we're not really sure what to say.
Well, we got the backups. We got the reinforcements today, and so Coach Train, our head boys basketball coach, is sitting right behind us. In fact, let's get we can probably get TJ to jump right in here. He heard me yet? Jump right in,
Coach.
We got to get some audio set up and ready to go.
So we got Ryland Jackson at the line here. I think she did make her first one. I did not pay attention as I was talking to TJ here. But 1 for 1 so far with Ryland. She's got one more at the line here. Up and good for Ryland Jackson.
All right, TJ, we're going to welcome you to the broadcast. Give us a little sound check there and say hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Let's hear you.
Adjust that mic right to your lip, TJ.
Pretty close.
There we go. You know, I was thinking about this as we were bringing – you mentioned we were going to bring TJ on here. We got the Triple T show here today. Yeah. Travis, Trent, and TJ, the Triple T show. So come up with our own little new nickname here.
Well, TJ, we're just explaining to our vast audience of 12. It'll get better, promise. With a vast audience that we don't know what we're doing. And we, as much as we can talk play-by-play and what we think are keys to the game with Ryland Jackson, the big steal there, we really don't know basketball and like what we're talking about. So we're looking for you for some guidance as we go throughout the game and just enjoy having your company here. But we also want to talk a lot about your program and what the boys are doing right now, and just give an audience to whoever wants to listen. And I will say, while we may not have the live viewer audience aside from us right now, this is DVR. It's saved for in perpetuity, and people do listen. We got feedback right in pregame of people, hey, I went back and listened to it, and that's where we found out our audio was so terrible.
That's right. Ryland at the line now for 2 shots. Her first one went in. Reagan Johnson into the game for the Titans.
Well, I'm not real sure what just happened. I was busy bringing TJ on and getting the adjustments, the levels adjusted, and talking, just talking. And all of a sudden, Thunder Ridge is up 16-9.
Listen, I appreciate you having me on. Anything I can do to mute Scott Larson on the mic, I'm all for it.
Well, we got you a set of headphones. That's the best we're going to be able to do for you.
I'll take it.
Well, yeah, it's like went down to MCRD San Diego one year to do an educators workshop for the United States Marine Corps, one of our former sponsors, and they're right next to San Diego International, and they have what's called the MCRD break, I think what they called it. And so every 12 minutes a plane's taking off, they just have to talk, and then mid-sentence they stop, and you just kind of pick right back up. Maybe we'll have to do that with Scott on PA tonight.
Yeah, so I went to high school with Scott Larson, and we called him Scott the Body because he lifted way too many weights. And unfortunately, I didn't realize I'd be sitting right next to him 25 years later.
Tell you guys what, Hallie is sharing the stat sheet with me right now. So let's just go through some points breakdown. Ryland Jackson with 3 points on free throws right now. Ava Lugo is sitting on 5 points to 2 field goals and a free throw. Nevaeh Davenport on 5. She went 1 for 1 from the three-point line. And Kenzie Peterson 1 for 2 from the three-point line with 3 points, bringing our total to 16 there. 16-9. Thunder Ridge leads end of the first quarter. Okay, Coach. We already had our keys to the game. You are not on the broadcast to hear what our keys to the game are. You tell us. See how good we are, huh?
Oh, man.
What do you think the keys to a Thunder Ridge victory is what's going to be today?
Well, I came to the previous Highland game, and I think if we score more points than they do, we have a good chance of winning.
Spoken like a true coach, right? Locker room talk right there. Boys, girls, score more points. Biggest key to the game, score more points.
No, I like Aunt Mo and Uncle Mentum are always the big thing in high school basketball, and for them to start out 9-2 down and then to crawl the way back up 7, use the momentum and roll with it. I like the way they get up the floor, though. Do a good job.
We did mention the pace a little bit earlier before you got on. We did anticipate a quick pace by both teams in this game, and we are seeing that as we are getting here into the second quarter. But you did mention that Thunder Ridge got down 7-2 and came back and worked hard to get back ahead 16-9 to end that first quarter. So good first quarter there by the Titans, and giving themselves an opportunity to have this, have somewhat of a comfortable lead going into the second quarter.
All right, TJ, well, I'm writing a note here. What do you think keys for a Highland victory would be tonight?
I don't know. I don't want to cheer for the Highland at all. I don't want to give them any clues on how to beat the Titans.
Well, for what it's worth, they won't hear this until long after the game.
They have to contain shooters. I like the way Thunder spreads the floor and they shoot the ball pretty well and confidently. They have a really good flow actually right now, which is nice to see this late district play. A little more flow versus setting up and a little usually painful execution in district play. So it's nice to see them get up and down.
So, Coach, maybe explain to our viewers, when you talk about flow, talk about what you're looking for when you talk about the flow to the game.
So, most of the time, districts, conference games, they slow up so much because it becomes a little more strategic versus letting the kids get up and down and kind of get some free-flowing shots, more transition, because you usually shut that down and try to make teams execute in the half court. And so usually see it more in the early games in the season. It is nice to see, though, that the flow as far as getting the ball up, getting a quick shot in the shot clock, and if it's not there, then having the smarts pull it back out and get into something. But it is nice to see them both. I mean, honestly, both sides flowing pretty well right now, moving the ball back and forth and taking shots like that one, and it makes basketball a little funner to watch.
Good box out there from Ava Lugo. She, got a good body on her defender there, and allowed for us to get a good rebound there.
So, Coach, tell me this. We were talking a little bit in the last broadcast last week that in district play, officials typically tend to let the first bump go. They don't call the fouls until the second bump. And so you really have to play through that excess contact that you're not typically used to over the course of a regular season. Yeah, thoughts on that? You think agree with that principle, or what do you think?
Well, it depends. Are we in Pocatello where the eighth bump gets allowed? Are the officials listening to this one?
They might. Yeah, they might.
Yeah, it's nice when officials kind of let physicality go in high school basketball because it allows the kids to kind of bump and get better position and physicality wins out. So it is nice to see that go a little bit more. As long as it's consistent, that's where the frustration can't come as a coach when it's physical and then it's not physical, then it's physical again. But overall, refs been pretty good this year, letting us go unless we go down playing the pit, and then you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
good fast break there by the Titans. Ryland got that ball up to Reagan Johnson. She goes up for two, gets an and one shot. Basket goes in, 20-9 for the Titans right now. Johnson's going to be at the line for one free throw. And into the game for Highland, number 30, Maya Jepson. So I like the way that what the Titans are doing right now. We talked earlier about getting up and getting a lead, and that's what they've done right now. Definitely that momentum is in the Titans' favor at this point.
So, Coach, well, I'll share with you. I wanted your opinion before we shared ours. Again, we're the hacks that don't know what we're doing much, but we did offer a couple of keys to the game for both sides, and let's tell what you think. The boss over here for the Thunder Ridge victory said that we really needed to play at high tempo and punch Thunder Ridge in the mouth, and then Thunder Ridge needed that quick start. Wanted to see that lead after the first quarter. Then my contribution to that was I thought the offensive rebound is going to be a critical piece for a Thunder Ridge victory tonight. So far, those things have been playing out to be pretty key tempos and pretty key roles. What do you think? Anything you want to add to the keys to the Thunder Ridge win?
The Lugo gal does a pretty good job getting in, getting rebounds, and finishing. And I think kind of what I've been telling our boys is a lot of district play comes down to just finishing at the rim. And what I mean by that is we get good looks at the basket, just converting in that, 3 to 5 foot area. And, the team that usually converts the best is the one that comes out on top. And Lugo does a really nice job down there.
Bunnies. You're talking about bunnies. The old
bunnies. You could say bunnies. Oh, yeah.
Old bunnies.
They're harder than they seem, but I think that's the biggest key to Thunder getting this victory.
I mean, the reality is the game of basketball has changed. And as much as we're not calling much for the game right now, by the way, it's 20-12, 20 Thunder Ridge, 12 Highland, 4:49 left in the second quarter. Daisy Gatto up on top of the ball. The game of basketball has changed a bit. I mean, the three ball has become such a prominent piece of the game anymore. And for all intents and purposes, the three ball, talk coach to coach here, three balls are easy.
Yes.
Right? The least likely shot to go in, but they're easy. The bunnies you talk about, that's where the game gets hard.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I got a couple boys sitting up top. Max Haycock this year as a senior, done a nice job hitting the open threes. Unfortunately, Drew Crystal on the JV can't make layups or threes. He's listening, so I had to give him a hard time. But yeah, the three, it is the easier shot. It seems it's so loud. Finishing in with the physicality is harder than knocking down open three, I would say.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, it's nice when teams can do both and get the variety, but when it comes right down to it, in district and state tournament play, they're going to be physical. It's going to be you're going to get bumped. You're going to have to play through bumps, and you don't have that quite as much with the people on. Boy, I got to admit, I'm trying to talk through this. It's really something. I can't keep a straight face. For what it's worth, I've got some Highland friends that are texting me right now saying good night.
We're having a conversation here with Mr. Larson.
Can we turn his mic down?
Just turn his mic down just a little bit, so we'll be okay.
All right, we're getting some adjustments there.
Yeah.
Let him know we're not at a WCW wrestling match, too.
So, Coach, as we get closer to halftime here, I want you to start thinking about some keys that you're going to take going into the district tournament for your team. We want to, I don't know that we're going to be able to do this broadcast as busy as the upcoming weeks are. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do the broadcast on many of the boys' game. So we want to try to get as much information out to our viewers as we can. So start thinking about some things you want to say with the boys' team. I'll just say this, Coach. I was really looking forward to watching the boys' season this year as much as any season that I can remember for Thunder Ridge Athletics. Just love Coach Tolson and all that he did. Just a new style right now, and anticipation for the boys coming in and playing. We got some just some different names we're talking about, and maybe some new players that people don't know about for the in the years past. Some kids that have played JV and now playing up on varsity, and really looking forward to district tournament action for those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really fun so far. I mean, we're getting to the nitty-gritty, but honestly, just such a good group of kids. It's just so fun to be around, and so athletic and long, and we got so many things going for us, and playing so well in the sense that we secured the second seed early, did the work early, and looking to make a nice run in the district tournament, and I think we have all the pieces to do it.
All right, Coach, for those who haven't watched you play ball yet, watch your team play ball yet, sell us. Why should come watch you?
Free T-shirts?
Free pizza, maybe?
Free pizza. We have a good up-tempo game, and we have all the pieces. I mean, we got some length inside. We can finish. We got great shooters. We got good ball handlers. We got an excellent bench. It's really fun. We're 20 games in. The kids are still buying in and cheering on the bench, and people are still invested, and people believe this year. People believe it that we can make a good run. It's a fun style of basketball to watch and to see athletes compete like our athletes are competing. It's a fun style of basketball to come enjoy.
It has been enjoyable. I've missed a couple of games this year. Hate missing basketball games, watching our kids compete and go play. But has just been really awesome to watch these boys go out and compete. Some games have not gone our way that maybe we thought would go our way. Just mentioned the Highland game the other night. We were down 26. That game did not end in a win, but we were down 26-42 at one point and came back and made it a 47-47 game with a minute left in that game. Highland made a good shot with about 6 seconds left, and we couldn't quite get off a last-second shot. But I thought our boys fought really well that last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. Just never gave up, even being down 16 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that they'll compete. We talk a lot about effort, and then we also talk about competing, and they competed. The effort was there all game, but it was ramped up. I mean, I think a kid threw an elbow and got physical and kind of got our kids fired up, and just to have those kids compete. I mean, it's a long season. High school kids, they've got so much going on in their lives, and to see them still sticking with it and competing at Highland, and like you said, what is it, TD? We got to make sure we got the initials right. Like you said, we were down 16 with 7 minutes, 17 seconds left. We came and tied it with about a minute left. So super impressed by them and really happy that they did that.
For sure.
Well, jump back into the game here. Coach, we'll come back to you and talk about your boys here in a sec, but we've got to catch you back up. It is now 26-14 Thunder Ridge, minute 44 left in the first half. Nevaeh Davenport, I don't love the call, to be honest with you, but call for an offensive foul. It's our third. I had to go sit down yet again. Ryan Jackson came back off the bench. We're still fighting to get the ball in the middle. And Ava Lugo having a night in the paint, just drawing foul after foul after foul. 42. Britt Reno took her second foul that last. And here comes Daisy Agato's first foul. And most every foul we've gotten tonight has come from working the ball inside of the paint. And again, we're starting to see that physicality from district play, but you're not getting that third, fourth bump at this point.
And Ava looks really comfortable in the game right now, I think. You can tell that her confidence at the line right now is super high. When she's receiving that ball down on the block, she knows what she wants to do with it and goes to the basket, and whether that goes in or she gets fouled, she's happy either way and gets after it and, has a good experience down low.
All right, Coach, back to you a minute. We talked a lot last Tuesday. Grand Year Boys program has had its fair share of adversity. You guys are still in the thick of a pretty big one right now. Talk about how your team's handling some of this adversity and Tanner getting sick and how the team's rallying up a little bit. It's been fun to watch the guys talk openly about this and rally around a friend and the community, and it's been neat. But give us some thoughts from the perspective from the inside.
So, to be honest, it was really serendipitous that he got to play his last game as a senior with all his buddies. And arguably the best game we played Pocatello and smacked them, beat them by 26, scored 82, and he got to be a part of that game. And then obviously had some bad news, but the fact that he battled through it and he's been part of these kids' lives for so long, and it's becoming our holy cause that he's fighting a different fight right now. We're going to continue to fight on the floor for him and for ourselves, and I think sometimes the best way to honor people is to go do your craft to the best of your ability, and that's kind of what we're riding right now. And it does teach the kids too that there's plenty of reasons to have bad things happen and feel bad for yourself or other people, and it's a life lesson that you got to battle through adversity and find ways to come together and be a team, however that may be.
I know the next game after Tanner's diagnosis and hospital visit was at Canyon Ridge. That was down there. It was tough. It was a bit of tearjerker there, man. It was Canyon Ridge did a really nice job of giving Tanner some extra love, and that was hard. I felt like your boys really rallied around that moment.
Absolutely. I thought it was a real nice gesture from Canyon Ridge. They did it in a very classy way, and it was super emotional. And Tanner's dad, Devin, was there and gave him a gift basket. It was a special moment, and I was just again happy. The kids could have rolled over. We got down early. I think we got down 9-19, and kind of chipped away at it, and just didn't get panicked, didn't get sped up, and end up winning the game. But again, we didn't know what to expect, and the kids handled adversity excellently, so they did a great job.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. So we're going to take a halftime break here from the game. It's 29-14 Thunder Ridge at the end of the first half. Get through a fight song, and I don't believe we have any halftime entertainment. Just going to get a chance to break down a bit of the game. Still would like to hear some legitimate coaching thoughts over.
I'm trying to avoid it, can you tell?
not all. It's like keep coming back to it. Tell us what you thought of the first half. You made it here just the right tip-off, and it's how you come in. Tell us what you think of the game so far.
Love the pace of Thunder Ridge. Love that they're kind of going inside out, getting it into Lugo, and then looking out to shooters. I do like they're pushing the ball, kind of we talked about free-flowing. Like the way.
I'm a Highland fan, and this is completely unprofessional, the announcing this guy is doing. I've never been to a basketball game where he does shit like that. That's fucking unprofessional. It needs to stop. It's ridiculous, or I'm going to make a complaint to the High School Athletic Association. You should not be announcing like that. He's right, Travis. Are you serious? What is he doing? Are you not listening to the game?
No, I'm not listening. As a matter of fact, I'm Okay.
I can barely hear you. Sorry to our viewers here. We're just kind of getting back on the air. Had to deal with a little issue with some fans in the stand. So we apologize if there was any words that came out from people in the stands that should not have. We're just trying to get some things arranged here, so we apologize for that on our end if that did occur. That was nothing that we solicited or anticipated, but it is now handled. So we apologize if there was any inappropriate language that came through.
I'm not sure where we left off. Just got rattled a little bit there.
Well, how about we just talk about the girls for a sec here, get back into it.
All right. Hallie's going to share the books for me here for a second. Got some numbers added up. So let's go some box scores here first. Coach, you want to follow along here with me? Thunder Ridge 16 over Highland 9 in the first quarter, 13 scores in the second quarter with 5 to Highlands. Brings our grand total to 29-14 at the half.
Hold on, am I late? Did we talk about what just happened?
I
didn't think
we
the F,
did.
I didn't think the F word was not going to be from not me, but from somebody else.
We apologize for that. So we did talk about that, and we're moving on.
Why don't you guys take that for a second? I'm going to jump off and deal with some management issues here. I'm off for a second.
Okay. Well, excellent first quarter, 16.
You can read those stats much better than I can on your coach level. So why don't you go ahead and talk through the stats with the Thunder Ridge Titans, and then we'll move over to the Highland Rams.
Okay, so looks like we got to the free throw line 6 times the first quarter. I don't think Highland shot a free throw, which is excellent. Means we're attacking the rim, getting some free throw attempts. Outscored them by 8 in the second quarter, so it's nice to put 2 quarters, double figures, 2 quarters. We talk a lot in basketball that the boys is win every quarter, so the girls have done that. Now build a substantial lead, up 15.5.
How about for the Highland Rams?
So Highland, look, they got to get to the free throw line. They want to start chipping away at this lead, tough. Two field goals made in the second quarter, 3 and a 2, and total 5 points. So
pretty good defense there from the Thunder Ridge Titans throughout that second quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it could have been a majority of why they built a nice lead and up 8, and I mean, I think they're closing out well, and it looks like they're playing a little bit of a zone and kind of stifling Highland. So
the score after one quarter of play was 16-9 for Thunder Ridge. So Thunder Ridge outscored them 13-5 in the second quarter. So having good leads after quarters matters. I think when you talk about coaching basketball, when you visit with your boys' coach, you talk about winning quarters, right?
Yes.
So when you talk about winning quarters, why is that so important?
Because you gotta play a game within a game, and you have to always look towards what you can't just say, hey, let's go win the game. It's got to be goals. It's got to be breakdowns. It's got to be our new motto now going into postseason coming up is win each possession. Every possession we got to find a way to win it. If it's a rebound, if it's a box out, and you're not going to win every possession, but the mindset's got to be there that every possession matters, and every possession we got to find a way to win on a matchup, on a team scale, on a bench scale. So, the fact that, they're winning each quarter, that kind of falls into that winning each possession.
Absolutely. And we've all witnessed games where at the end of the game it's a one-possession game or a two-possession game in that last minute. So you talk about winning those possessions and how much each possession in the game matters, because if you're winning the game, you want to be ahead by 3 or 4 possessions in that last minute rather than trying to keep it a one-possession game.
Absolutely. And it never comes down to one possession, right? It's you want to get a last-second shot to win, but, I mean, there's plays before, there's momentum changes before, there's things before that always lead up to the last shot. And it never comes down to the last shot, but that's what everybody remembers, and that's just part of the game.
Yep. You always remember those last 2 minutes. So So as we talk about more about the boys basketball team at Thunder Ridge, talk about the leadership on your team, Coach.
Yeah, so we're, like I say, I mean, I feel extremely lucky to be starting with this group. I mean, we have 5 seniors, and Tanner obviously still with the team but not practicing with us, but 4 great seniors that show the leadership, and then we have 2 returning junior starters in Cam Bateman, Deegan Branson. And, it's just nice that they all kind of share different leadership responsibilities. If it's with the group within a group or within team, and defensively, offensively, it's just nice to see different ways they can lead by example, by playing hard, some vocally, some other ways. But every kid brings a piece of leadership that kind of makes our team tick.
Travis mentioned it a little bit earlier in the broadcast tonight, but good kids.
Great kids.
Good kids.
Amazing kids.
As the principal here at this school, they're not kids that we have to worry about, not being in class or, skipping school or doing things outside of basketball that, bring a bad name to the team or to themselves or to their families. Just good kids with good parents, good families who are all supportive of each other. And, shout out to the boys. There's a bunch of them here tonight cheering on the girls. I think our boys basketball team's making up half of the student section.
Yeah,
so nice to see those boys cheering on these girls tonight.
Absolutely. And, they finally listen to their coach for once in their life. I told them to come see the girls play. Deegan, Cam, Drew, Hunter, Corbin, Tag, Max was there. Keith's there with the funny hat. Excellent to see them out supporting and super supportive kids too of each other and of the program and of the school and everything. So yeah, I can't stress enough how great a kids they are.
For sure. Yep, awesome young men, and shout out to them. And if we don't get to a broadcast during the boys basketball district tournament, best of luck to them. And we can't wait to watch them play. We know they're going to play hard. They're going to play their best, and they're going to represent their school to the best of their abilities. So
you guys will do it for the first game, won't you? Or the second, or the home game?
We're trying to figure that out and see what we can get solved. That's the weekend also of girls' state. So if girls go to state for basketball, we've got to have some coverage over there to do that. But we're going to try to do our best to get on for the boys basketball district tournament. So, Coach, we are here at the end of halftime. Appreciate you coming on and visiting with us and taking the time to review some things and talk about the leadership on your team and the boys that are on your team and what your goals are for the year and as you progress towards the district tournament. So best of luck to you guys.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, good. I'm back on. I've been so big. Sorry.
Travis trying to fight everybody on Highland side.
I was trying to avoid a fight. It was coming to me on this one. All right, Coach, I missed the bottom half of the halftime spiel, so I don't know what you guys talked about, but I sure hope it was good.
We'll find out when somebody listens to this broadcast.
I'm sure we'll find out. They'll be sure to tell us.
That was great. Thanks for letting me come on and spew a little bit and act like I know what I'm talking about.
Super good to have you, Coach. It's good to have you at Thunder Ridge. It's good to have you in the district tournament's going to be a lot of fun to watch. For those that you guys haven't already talked about, we do get the bye in the first round. We will host the winner of Highland and Rigby here Thursday night, 7 o'clock next. That'll be a week from Thursday.
Week from Thursday.
Yeah, and that remind me, that's a stacked up game. That's a 5:30, 7:30 game. We got a two-way game before us here at 7:30 on that one.
Okay, 7:30 here.
Pretty confident. 7:30 on I believe the 19th.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Sounds about right. It's pretty close. Thursday, host the winner of Highland Rigby. If I know we kind of halfway signed off, but I signed off at halftime unwillingly against my will.
Well, you're taking your boxing gloves off, so you're back.
Yeah, I can actually manipulate the controls again. If you guys face up with Rigby, without sharing just the secrets, obviously, what's the basic game plan you can share with the public?
We've had good success we had a great game here against Rigby, won by 5, and then we went to Rigby and played really well, shot really well from the free throw line. But Rigby matches up. We match up really well with each other. Strength, size, guard play. It's going to be who really executes the best and who can handle the physicality of each team. So it's going to be, district tournament's going to be who really wants it the most. And, I'm hoping that our boys are ready for the challenge, and we've been preaching it all season. And so it's going to be kind of anybody's tournament. And that's what makes it super fun.
Yeah. Okay. Conversely, y'all see Highland. What's the basic game plan?
As long as the refs aren't involved, I think we'll be all right. Highland, their whole dynamics changed because they had a kid in the middle quit, and it's a different ball game playing them, a lot faster pace. The number 5, big kid in the middle.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
After Friday night?
No, he wasn't there Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, he had the dreads.
Yeah.
Big kid. Yeah, he quit a couple weeks ago.
That's Traore?
Yeah, great football player.
Yeah. Tight end.
Yep. So he
committed to Boise.
Yep. He's not with the team anymore, so the dynamics a lot different because it's a lot more drive and kick. It's a little bit faster pace, and Matt Stuckey does an excellent job getting those kids ready for district. So it's a different way to prepare for that game. So, but I'm glad we played them last week and had a battle with them. So we'll be ready for them.
Well, I hope you get a couple days of extra rest. Probably can't hurt to have a couple extra days of rest this time of the year.
I don't think so.
Guys are healthy.
Healthy. Let's hope Blackfoot, we come out walking fine.
Yeah, we changed the scheduling format where we used to play conference opponents straight into conference, and then coaches overwhelmingly wanted to have one non-con game at the end of the season to have to kind of get a break from your conference opponents. In hindsight, I don't know how much I love it.
I don't either. I'm still on the fence because we were actually talking about that. I was like, is it better to end with a conference opponent or with non-conference? I don't know the answer, but it'll be nice to end with Blackfoot, have a good game with them. They're playing well. We got 2 great players. I think we got a good team. Harvey does a good job with them, so it'll be nice to kind of square off with them and then get ready to get into it.
Well, it's a good and exciting Valentine's Day tilt down at Blackfoot. It'll be their senior night. It'll be your 3rd senior night of the year.
We're setting a record.
Coach and I were talking. Playing on someone's senior night is kind of like playing on someone's homecoming. There's some goods and bads to it. So,
yeah, for sure.
You've had your fair share, so it won't be your first experience this year with it. But all things being equal, I like to think our conference is fairly well evened out. A lot of any team can win on any given night, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mass is the boogeyman, but I think 2 through 5 is a slugfest.
I'd agree. I think it's going to be a heck of a district tournament. I'm really excited to get to host a game here. We're enthused about getting that first round bye, getting you guys healthy, getting that home game. Let's get a big crowd.
Yeah.
Get everybody out here. 7:30, the 19th of February, Thursday night. We'll see what happens. We don't know who we face yet, but we'll find out when we find out.
Yeah, we're going to go to the game Tuesday, watch Highland Rigby, and prep for them, and and give them our best shot.
You take your whole team now.
Oh, absolutely.
Take them all.
Absolutely.
Good to go.
We're all going to wear black and go smash some, Chipotle after probably. I don't know. The world's our oyster.
Love it.
Well, good on you, Coach. It has been good to have you. I hope it hasn't been too much trouble for you. Thanks for giving up a little time of your night and coming and sharing your thoughts with us.
Sorry I didn't talk about the girls' game one time, but I appreciate it.
No, we made you a couple times. We got you on that one. But we're gonna make up for all that and talk all about the girls. As soon as you sign off, it's gonna be all about the girls. So we got you covered.
Okay,
good
thanks.
Coach Trent.
Thanks, Coach.
Trent and Hobson.
You bet you guys.
Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
All right, boss. TJ's off. We got to revamp the game a little bit. Sorry, we got rattled a bit at halftime. And
We did, unfortunately.
I got a burger here. I hope I can get to it at some point. But this takes us to catch you up on the score. Again, we appreciate feedback. We got a little bit of feedback. We don't have the score posted or plastered on top of our broadcast. We apologize. Again, we are hacks. We don't know much what we're doing, but we are learning, and we'll get that figured out soon. But the game right now is 38-17 Thunder Ridge for 3:25 left in the game, and we got a dead ball, and all yours, boss.
Just to tell you how big of a hacks we are at this, sometimes I'm not even sure I put on the headset and microphone correctly, let alone the electronics that go along with this.
Yeah,
So to get the score up on the video feed, that one's out of my wheelhouse.
well, I spend an hour and a half with the line of tech support this afternoon, so we'll be able to get it figured out somehow. I know there's ways. Others do it. We can figure it out. Let's talk through. Let's talk about some scoring. We have a minute. I'm going to borrow Howie's book for a second and try to catch you up. So far, leading scorer for Thunder Ridge got to be Nevaeh Davenport, and she, with a couple of 3 fouls now, she's still sitting on 5-7, 14 points on the evening so far. Ava Lugo continuing to have a big game.
Ava is having a great game.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 points in the first half. She's yet to score in the second half. But she's still, those two leading scorers, Nevaeh Davenport at 14, Ava Lugo at 12. And they are right now holding Highland at bay. Peyton Piper, the sophomore, sitting on 10, 13 points herself. She's knocked down 3 balls.
Peyton having a good night.
Peyton's having a good night. So we've got a Thunder Ridge going to need to find a way here sooner than later, putting the stymie on Peyton Piper, who's got the hot hand tonight. Beyond that, some good solid defenses at play, and we'll just.
Spice is actually selling Idaho potato chips. They are
Yeah.
So just to recap coming out of here of the timeout, 4:21 left on the clock here in the third quarter, 38-17 Thunder Ridge. Thunder Ridge has come out and laid that smack down just a little bit here to start the third quarter. The pace has been good. I do not believe Highland anticipated we would even up that pace from the first half. I like what we're doing right here on offense. We're going hard. Girls are getting some offensive rebounds. We're shooting the ball really well, getting the ball to the basket, and doing a lot of good things on offense.
So offensively, this might be the best I've seen our girls move off the ball. I mean, everyone wants to focus and fixate on the ball and who's got the ball. But watching off the ball has been fun to watch tonight. We're getting a lot of movement. Kenzie Peterson still likes that western side of the gym, that deep corner. But Brody and Mia and Nevaeh all working that point up on top. Reagan Johnson in getting some substantial minutes tonight. Has a good defense set. We were talking to Coach earlier in the second. And back in the game, right now Mia Taylor at the line shooting free throws, made her first, puts it 39-17, 4:05 left.
Watching Mia shoot free throws, she has a smooth shot, doesn't she?
Yeah, she really does. Misses her second, but Brody Spencer on the tip just about had someone there. Lillard's in just a basic half-court pickup now.
I do like the way we're boxing out tonight.
Yeah, our rebounding, I had come in and work on this tech stuff all this afternoon. I was in here for that shoot around, and I'll admit it, I cheated a little bit. I did hear what some of Coach's game plan was, but rebounding and blocking off was something they were hollering about in walkthrough today.
And the coach and whatever they talked about on rebounding and blocking out, the girls are performing on that tonight.
Yeah, I'd agree. Mia Taylor draws a foul. It's going to be Daisy Gatto's third. And send her to the line, shooting 2 again.
Getting ready to check into the game for the Titans is going to be Allie Nilsson. Checking in for Highland. Let me get my thing here. Going to be number 2, Devery Bell, and 3, Peyton Piper back in the game. So Highland's coach getting her shooters back in the game. Need some scoring.
Mia Taylor goes 2 for 2 on the free throws this set, 1 for 2 on the last, and 2 for 2. That one there brings the total right now to 41-17. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Thunder Ridge is in the bonus, which means we could be shooting potentially some more free throws by the end of this quarter.
I just looked down at the bench, and as Mia walked off and saw the coaches' faces, coaches got smiles on their faces. I know we talked a week ago about Chelsea. She doesn't let up, but, as Mia came off, everybody gave her a high five. Mia went to the end of the bench, got a drink, had a big old smile on her face. I think our bench is happy right now. Love it.
Yeah, just enjoying what the energy tonight is pretty doggone good from the Thunder Ridge bench. So far, so good. Offensively, just kind of maintaining a good rhythm. Kenzie was looking to be that three-shooter right there, and Reagan Johnson with a quick insider there.
Left-handed shot even.
Yeah, pretty little mini hook there. Checking back into the lineup for Highland, Britt Reno's coming in, number 42.
And for
A
Highland,
sophomore.
number 42, Britt Reno.
Subbing out is J.C. Homer. All right, dropping back into just the comfort little 2-3 zone from Thunder Ridge. Quick off the bench, Britt Reno with the easy bunny in the paint there.
Left-handed shot herself. I think Highland's got something working there with Britt Reno. If they can get her down low on that block and get her that basketball, she's money from that block spot.
Yeah, that's been Highland's strength most all game is whenever they get the ball in the paint. Nice, smooth assist from Reagan Johnson.
Good cut by Allie there. Good assist by Reagan. Allie saw that lane, went right to the basket. Reagan got the ball up and in. So 2:23 left on the clock in the third quarter. Thunder Ridge 45, Highland 19. Girls are having a good time right now.
Yeah, Coach Bull takes a timeout there to want to talk through what looks like to be some subs. Doesn't seem like there's any questions or anger over there. It's a matter of making some quick adjustments.
And I think we know Coach Boyle well enough to know Coach Boyle isn't going to stop coaching until that buzzer sounds in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Mia Taylor there. Howie's handed me the stat book again to have a quick look. Mia Taylor, sophomore starting guard from Thunder Ridge. 5 of 6 on the free throws there in the third quarter for the 5 points. Nevaeh Davenport sitting on 7 for the quarter brings her total. She remains at 14. Reagan Johnson with her 4th point. She got a quick field goal bucket early in the second quarter and brings her to 4 points. And Allie Nielsen sitting on 4 points herself. So
Coach, how many players do we have scoring already in this game so far?
7 Thunder Ridge. 7 Titans hit the stat book tonight on the score side.
I like that. I like that we're sharing that wealth a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
As Saquon Barkley would say, we're letting the young dogs eat.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on that Super Bowl. I'm not a Philly fan or a Kansas City fan, but it was fun to see a new team win.
Yes, it was. It was good to see Kellen Moore get some love in the Super Bowl win there, too. Offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Oh, Boise State Bronco.
Go Kellen. New head coach for the New Orleans Saints.
It looks like the quick tempo. I was just about to say it didn't work out for us, but it turns out that it did. We had an errant pass there down low, and Highland on the attempt to get the ball back and get the turnover. It went out of bounds. Brody Spencer inbounding to Reagan. It kicks to Kenzie Peterson for a nice 3-ball, bringing the score now 48 to 19.
You know what I like about Kinsey? She is ready to shoot when the ball hits her hands. She knows that when it comes to her, her first look is to shoot the ball. She's ready.
Yeah, it's a ready shooter. We didn't get a chance to get into Coach Train about being ready shooters. That's something I hear him talk about his guys all the time. Be ready shooters. You watch them get the ball in there immediately. Well, we missed a foul call. 21. 21, he says.
Gracie Anderson there at the line for the Rams. Puts it in the hoop.
Allie Nielsen with a quick bucket. Brings the score 50 to 21. Some of you at home might be looking at the score thinking, okay, we're about to see a running clock. We will not see such a running clock should the score get above 30. There's no mercy rule in district tournament or state tournament.
Oh, great look there by Brody Spencer.
Brody Spencer with a really neat assist there at the bottom. That was pretty slick.
I love the way our girls are moving through the paint on offense right now. Being unselfish, knowing where those holes are, and making shots. Good three-pointer there by Highlands number 10, Daisy Agato. Great looking shot by her there. 52-24, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Nevaeh Davenport up top, back and forth. Over on the baseline to Brody Spencer on the 3-hole. Back down to Nevaeh. Highland picks the ball there, bring the ball up the court.
Update from the championship game in Rigby. It's 29-14 Rigby at the half.
Great assist again from Brody Spencer. Fast break point. Allie Nielsen is the recipient of that. She scores with about 3 seconds left. Highland does not get off a shot. Score at the end of 3 quarters here at Thunder Ridge. 54-24, Thunder Ridge in the lead. So we got a 30-point lead going into the beginning of the 4th quarter. So we talked earlier about getting out to 10-point leads and winning quarters, and as it sits, we're averaging a 10-point lead after every quarter.
Well, that was exactly what you wanted there, boss. You said you wanted to get out to a fast start, punch him in the mouth. I remember the words, getting out ahead, but you did put a number on it tonight. You said you want to see that 10 and 12-point lead at the end of the 1st quarter and moving on to the next quarters. So far, so good. I think that's going to be one of the things that Thunder Ridge is going to have to be able to put together consistently if they're going to make a run at what looks to be Madison at this point Thursday up in Rexburg.
Give that score one more time for our listeners.
29-13 at the half. I haven't gotten an update since.
For Madison.
No, Rigby is up.
For Rigby. Gotcha. Okay. Rigby ahead.
Yeah, Allie Nielsen coming on strong in the 3rd quarter, has 8 third-quarter points. Reagan's got 2 third-quarter points. Mia Stills with 5. Nevaeh with 7. And Kenzie Peterson drops into 3 for the 3rd quarter scoring summary. To Highlands 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points scored for Highland in the 3rd quarter.
Going to be Thunder Ridge basketball starting the 4th quarter. Into the game for Thunder Ridge. Looks like Mia Freeman, her first action tonight, number 33, sophomore.
Got a scoring update from Rigby. It is now Rigby 45, Madison 26 at the end of 3.
Rigby having a good game up there.
I suppose I'm not supposed to be surprised by that. They are a good ball club.
They are a good ball club. And, you know, in all the years I've known Rigby High School, they have been basketball, basketball, basketball. Certainly over the last 10 years, their football program is massively improved with some state championships, but Rigby has always been a basketball town, and they play a lot of ball there.
The pace is picking up at this point. Starting to feel a little bit of that frantic pace. Brody trying to get the ball into Nevaeh in the paint. Gets dug out of there before she can do much with it, but back on the defensive end here. Every Bell up at the point, trying to reset the offense back up.
54-27, Thunder Ridge. About 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Still love Highland's coach giving it her best here with this score, helping her team the best she can, keeping the fire going. Nice to see that out of that coaching staff from Highland. You know, a lot of coaching staffs would just throw in the towel right now, down by 30 in the 4th quarter, but she's working hard over there.
Yeah, Peyton Piper with a long 3-ball attempt was just long and no good. Quick ball movement around the point with an insert to Ava. Lugo gets her first score of the 2nd half, it looks like.
Coming into the game for Highland here on the next dead ball is going to be number 12, Harper Merrill, a junior. Three ball by Maya Freeman, no good. Works hard, but out of bounds to the Highland Rams. Into the game for Thunder Ridge, number 1, Rylan Jackson, and 32, Alexa Ivy.
was looking forward to Alexa Ivy getting in the ball game and squaring off with Highland's 42, Britt Reno. She's going big for big, post for post.
Good rebound there from Alexa. Up ahead to Jackson. Over to Spencer for a left-handed layup. No dribbling on that possession there, Coach.
It's an old play. Learned back in the coaching days. It's a quick out of bounds, free throw, misplay. Laker. Coach Boyle running Laker to form.
Going to have a foul on the floor. Number 1, Reese Ward, going to pick up a personal foul here. Into the game for the Highland Rams. Daisy Agato back in there.
Harper Merrill with a long 3-ball attempt there, just long with a quick foul, 75 feet away from the bucket. 58-27, 5 minutes left in the game. Ball in the corner, Brody Spencer with a deep 3-ball. Just a bit left. Offensive rebound from Nevada. I got to tell you, offensive rebounding tonight has been about as good as we've seen it all year. I think those extra possessions have really been a
huge, huge. Going to have a jump ball on the court. Looks like the possession's going to stay with Highland here. We got a Lily Sewell sighting on the floor. One of the bigger cheerleaders on the bench. I know Lily doesn't get a lot of time in the games, but I can't think of a better teammate than Lily Sewell. Can you?
Nope. You're very serious without a smile on her face. I was telling you earlier broadcast, maybe it's in your office, I'm not real sure, but it's nice to get on the road, especially when we're on the road and we don't have to worry about managing students or broadcast or technology or anything else and all the problems we deal with hosting the game. It's nice to sit across from our bench, and it's fun because Lily is just always right there. Lily and Brindley are just two girls that are just always positive and always fun, always engaged, and always supporting the teammates. Fun to watch.
Absolutely. I had a chance to coach those two, actually, Lily Sewell and Brindley Summers, when they were on my softball team about 6 or 7 years ago in 5th or 6th, 7th grade, somewhere around there, and just awesome young ladies. Come some super nice families, just supportive girls, good names in our school.
All right, Lily, Mia drops down both those. The deep ball from the corner, quite a bit short.
And look down the bench again. Look who's the first one up cheering is Brindley Summers. We mentioned the other day at the Highland game just how fun it was to watch Brindley on the bench and watch her cheer on her team. She, as a senior that, perhaps doesn't get the playing time that she may have liked, she gives it her best on the bench. And, Coach, between you and I hope she gets into the game tonight.
So do I.
Peyton Piper for 2 points for Highland there. Brings the score to 59-29, 3:55 left in the fourth quarter. Great double spin move there from Nevaeh Davenport. Goes up with the right hand, banks it in. Great shot there from Nevaeh. Nevaeh's having a great night.
I thought that was going to have to be one of the keys to Highland winning is to slow Nevaeh down. She hasn't been slowed down a whole lot tonight. And it's not just her offensive production. She's seeing the floor well, too.
Great look ahead there to Alexa. Doesn't quite get the basket in, but good look there. Next one's going to fall for her. Good rebound there by Lily Sewell.
Devery Bell with a steal. Coach Ward not very pleased with physicality tonight.
So looks like going to be checking into the game for Thunder Ridge is going to be Macy Stokes. And love it, Harley Hall's going to come into the game. Love watching Harley play. She was also one of my softball players back in the 5th and 6th grade years. Awesome young lady. awesome family. Harley's on student council, does a lot of good things for our school. Selfless young lady.
The Jumbotron just spotlighted old Mr. Skidmore. I don't think he knew it was coming. Well, fourth quarter scoring so far. Peyton Piper for Highland's got the only 5 points scored in the fourth quarter. Ava Lugo, Brody Spencer, Nevaeh Davenport, all with field goals, 2-point tries, and Mia Freeman with a point, adding 7 to 5 on the quarter so far. 61-29, Thunder Ridge leads Highland. Fourth quarter. Got about 4 minutes left in the game, give or take. I can't really tell the clock.
Yep, I would say about 4 minutes. Our timeout clock is getting down there, so we'll know here in just a second. But I do believe about 3.5. Oh, 2:50.
2:50 left.
That was a quick minute there. Quick minute. Yep.
That was real fast. That was real fast. All right.
So maybe a quick word here about Highland as they all indications point that their season is going to come to a close here. Great season by Highland, but just not going to work out for them tonight. Highland's only got one senior on their team.
Well, I
So there's some good things coming for those guys.
Yeah, I understood talking to Travis Bell, their athletic director, a while back before the season started that they knew the youth would be a thing, and they were really hopeful of things this season, but knew their future really is bright at this point with a really young group. You know, Daisy Gatto, I'll give her a lot of credit. She's fun to watch. She's a senior they're going to lose.
She is fun to watch. Daisy's been a bright spot for this team.
Her leadership on the floor is evident, but I said in the last broadcast, I'll repeat it, I think Devery Bell might be one of the fastest female athletes in the state. She's just got explosion and athleticism that you can't teach it.
100%. So Macy Stokes at the line. First one goes in. Into the game for Highland. Number 30, Maya Jepson, and 22, Nora Wild. Coach, we called it.
Got it.
Brinley Summers into the game.
Had a kid, Brinley.
Love it.
Just love seeing everybody get a chance.
You know what we're going to notice, though, is we're not going to hear the benches loud with Brinley on the floor.
Well, the gym has gotten a little quieter than it was earlier. Yeah, Gabby Grover sighting, too.
Love it. Gabby's going to get in the game. Gabby's been a great addition to our school this year.
Couldn't agree more. And I got to tell you, I poke fun all the time. You know, sitting down on the bench, whether we're doing this broadcast or just sitting here working the table or whatever it is for the basketball game. I miss my old football coaching headsets. So I can't hear what's going on behind me. So doing this broadcast and putting the headsets back on has been a really nice thing. But I can kind of hear through the microphones some things being said behind me. I got to tell you, I need to find a way to turn these headphones up. I can't do it.
Hopefully our viewers are not having to hear too much complaining or too much whining. This is a high school basketball game, and we know that things can get competitive and tough.
Well, I can speak with pretty reasonable assurity that YouTube's going to pull this broadcast out.
Going to have Lily Sewell going to the line here, shooting 2. That's 5 team fouls on Highland. So let's see Lily get on the stat sheet here.
Not quite yet.
Misses that first one.
Minute 53 left, 63-30.
We believe in you here, Lily. We believe in you. Misses that one. Off on Gabby.
Gabby Grover on the rebound. Had a handle on it.
Coming into the game for Highland is going to be number 5, Lauren Bringhurst. First time we've called her name tonight, so good to see Lauren get some action. Minute 36 on the clock, 63-31 Thunder Ridge. Thunder Ridge is going to move on to play Thursday night. Sounds like they're going to be playing up at Madison if that score holds true from the Rigby Trojan gym this evening. Last score we heard was that Rigby was winning by about 15 to 20.
Yeah, 45-26 at the end of the third quarter is the last update we got.
Anticipate Rigby's probably going to hold on to that. And Brindley Summers up for two.
Kid Brindley, all right.
Great attack there from Brindley Summers. She knew what she wanted to do when she got the ball, didn't she?
You betcha, buddy. Well, let's talk another Thunder Ridge Madison matchup. I mean, the last matchup did not go awesome for the old Titans.
Well, if I'm Madison's coach, I'm coming out in a 3-2 zone because Thunder Ridge showed last time that they cannot solve that. And so I'm gonna keep bringing that until they show me that they can solve it. So Thunder Ridge is gonna have to work hard tomorrow at practice on. I anticipate they're gonna do some 3-2 zone against their first team offense and try to work that ball down low. I think Thunder Ridge had some success when they got the ball down low. I talked earlier about Alexa Ivy and Ava Lugo getting that ball down low. Once it gets there, I think we got a good shot, but just had a little bit of difficulty beating that 3-2 zone. But I anticipate coach is going to work them hard at practice tomorrow, and they're going to solve that problem. I believe in them.
I think so too. I think the difference in what I saw in the game, and I sat right next to you, it was the turnovers just ate us alive. I mean,
Absolutely.
If I remember right, we had 11 turnovers in the first quarter, and that's a pace and a frantic. It's a frantic, nervous pace, if you ask me. I think tonight we saw Thunder Ridge play with some calm and some collection. We did not see that last Thursday.
That's right. That's right. And one thing we'll say too, the way the district tournament sets up, if you win and then you lose that second game, you still have a chance like we do tonight. Came out and beat Highland, and we're going to be coming off a win. Madison's going to be coming off a loss, and you never know what happens in that second game. Both teams know at that point it's win or go home. One of the two things is going to happen.
I do think that's the unique part about the five-team tournament.
Brindley Summers 2 for 2 at the line.
Brings her to 4 points in the night. That's the hard part about the tournament is this is the only game where one of the teams is coming off a win, the other's coming off a loss. At any other point, you're either both winning or both losing. And so it's tough. This seed has not always fared well for the team that's coming off a loss. However, Madison's a tough ball club. They got those two tall, long volleyball player girls that are good, Mia and the Wattops girl and Mia Walsh. They're ball players, and I would make sure we know where those two are and be aware. I think Coach Boyle and staff is going to have the team ready, but I think on the whole, I do like our odds.
I do too.
Yeah, I think
I do too.
It's tough to beat teams multiple times in a season, let alone a week.
You guys want to interview him? Baby!
Coach Caldwell over here giving us some entertainment. Yeah, we are live.
Smiles on all the girls' faces tonight. I love it.
Yeah, smiles around. So we have not gotten to a player of the game. Why don't we go ahead and get to a player of the game? Who's your pick tonight?
I think we went with Nevaeh last time. I'm going to give it to Ava tonight. I know Ava didn't get a lot of time in the fourth quarter, but I know why she didn't get time in the fourth quarter. And she played so well in the third, and we got ahead and need to rest for Thursday night. But I thought Ava had a great game. Saw some left-handed layups. Good attitude at the line. Loved it from Ava tonight.
Couldn't agree more with that pick. That would have been my pick, too. I thought Ava tonight, I believe she had 12, 14 points somewhere in that neck of the woods. That's a pretty good number for Ava. I think anytime we can get that ball into the paint, it's going to be good things for Thunder Ridge. Tonight, that was part of the game plan. It was effective. She made good on all the attempts that she had. I think all things being equal, Ava's the no-brainer pick for us.
I agree. Yep, I agree. So, player of the game, Ava Lugo.
We do have sponsors from our player of the game. Jersey Mike's is the title sponsor for the player of the game. Ava got a free foot-long Sammy from Jersey Mike's, all the juice you can get your hands on. Looking forward. Thanks, Jersey Mike's, for sponsoring our player of the game. I think we've already had enough time to fill the dead air to talk about the upcoming game, talk about I think the team's already got a good opportunity to hear from the boys and their outlook for the remaining couple of 2-3 weeks of our seasons there. I'm not sure what else we got to talk about.
I'll just say this. Tonight was the last game for our senior girls on this court. It's the, those girls have worked hard. And I think we ought to give a shout out to each and every one of those seniors. Blood, sweat, and tears over the years with Thunder Ridge. Just talking about our seniors, number 1, Ryland Jackson. Number 2, Lily Sewell. We got 20, Harley Hall. 21, Reagan Johnson. 23, Brindley Summers. 24, Ava Lugo. Move it down to 32, Alexa Ivy. And 35, Kinsey Peterson. So what do we have, 9 seniors?
8 seniors.
8 seniors.
8 seniors.
So I know Coach Boyle, if she were on here, can't say enough about that senior leadership. But when you have that many seniors, it's hard to play that many seniors, let alone the juniors and sophomores that are going to get time as well. But great attitude by those seniors who maybe didn't get the time that they would have liked to have seen. Great attitudes on the bench. And those young ladies are going to be leaders in life. They're going to know how to get through adversity. They're going to be great wives and mothers. And I know that in the long run, Chelsea has taught more than just basketball skills with those young ladies.
I agree. She's doing a good job, and I guess we're going to find out just how good of a job we're going to do as far as on the court play. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock at Madison. We'll tip off with Madison. Winner goes to state in Boise in a week.
This will be the last 6A District 5-6 game for girls basketball on Thursday night. It'll be the end of the district tournament. One team goes to state. The other one's done for the year.
Congratulations, assumingly, to Rigby, conference championship, and secures that first automatic qualifying bid from the conference, and is done for the conference tournament. Leave it to Thunder Ridge and Madison to duke it out for who else gets to go and see each other over in Boise.
Good luck to the Titans.
Good luck, Titans. All right, my friend. I think we can about sign off at this point. Camera feed's already gone, but we're going to check out, be done, pack up, and we will see you hopefully for some boys tournament games.
Fun to do this.
All right, guys, appreciate all your viewing.
And we'll say this too. Appreciate our viewers. Once again, we do apologize for that little adjustment we had to make at halftime. Apologize for any inappropriate language that was not anticipated. It just came at an inopportune time, so we apologize for that. And we will work hard to not let that happen again and take action towards that as well.
Hasta lasagna, everybody.